The horrifying murder of a 23-year-old Iryna Zarutska, a Ukraine refugee who fled for a better life because of an ongoing war, moved to the US with her mother, sister, and a brother. First of all, I've never seen so much fear, shock, all together in a person's eyes. And when I think of that footage that I saw of Irena's last moment, it just breaks my heart even more. You know, the fear in her eyes, I can't shake that off. You know, and when I look at it, I've never seen something so inhuman and vile like that in my life. You know, I literally had to write my points on a sticky notes just to jog my memory, because when I think of that footage, it just all comes back and it makes me super sad and emotional at the same time, right? First and foremost, there was no way she could have prevented something like that. The attack came from behind her. She was off guard, unarmed, not even aware. And there is a stupid comment that I saw when I was scrolling down the comment section, after watching that video. And there's a person who wrote, "This is the reason why I carry a gun everywhere I go." And for me, that was the dumbest comment I've ever seen in my life. Like, there are things in this life, when you use logic, there are things in this life that you can never be prepared for. The attack can come at any angle, in any shape. You can never be like, "Oh, I am in control of the next 5 minutes of my life." You don't know what can happen. You have no control, none whatsoever, what can happen in the next 5 minutes of your life. You can plan all you want, but you can never have control of what would happen. You can be smiling and the next thing you collapse and it's over, just like that. You did not get sick, nothing happened to you. That's how you have no control over your life. And when I saw that comment, I was like, how can someone who used their logic write something this dumb? So when I saw that footage, it was like, I would understand maybe if and like an animal did something like that, because in as much as we can pet animals, we can make them to make them our own pets. An animal has a natural instinct that would kick in any moment. In as much as you can train a dog to be like to show compassion, to do certain things that that mirror a character of a human being, at the end of the day, you can't take the natural instinct that is in them. It can kick in any moment. But for a human being to do something like that to another human being, it makes no sense for me. It's a human being like you. How can you murder someone like that? How can you stab someone without showing any remorse or be shaken by your actions after doing it? That man was not shaken. He was not even like, "Oh my goodness, what did I do?" He was not shaken. He was pacing up and down like nothing happened, with a dripping pocket knife that was dripping blood. So this makes me this upsets me and makes me so emotional at, like, all in all. So they say this man, this is not the first time he breaks the law. He is still free. He broke the law 14 times, but he is still running free in the streets. And the report also says that he is mentally ill. And for me, that makes no sense. This man is not mentally ill. Because I asked myself few questions to like try to understand, like, what was the reason? And they say he's not mentally okay. I was like, okay, if he's not mentally okay, what was he doing at the train? Where was he going? What's his destination? Where was he going exactly? Secondly, if that man is mentally ill, why didn't he pick a man? Why didn't he pick a man who is his size or twice his size? That's the second question I asked myself, that if indeed this man is mentally ill, why didn't he pick a man like himself? Why didn't he get on the train with his pocket knife hanging and threatening everyone? Why did he not do all those acts to show that he's mentally ill? So for me, I came to a conclusion of like, one, this man is not mentally ill. He knew exactly what he was doing. He is a coward that failed in life, and he is a useless specimen of a being. That's it. And for me, the second thing that I noticed is that this act is very accurate and on point to be a coincidence and to be of an act of someone who's mentally ill. That woman, like when you really ask yourself, like really, if this man is mentally ill, how come he sees gender and size? That was too accurate. You know, when I saw that video, um, that man was at the back seat, right? And you could see that he took out his pocket knife and he was opening it for like few seconds. He even struggled to open that pocket knife. Like he could have changed his mind. He was even struggling to open that pocket knife, and when he eventually opened that pocket knife, he then jumped from his seat and stabbed her from the back. He stabbed her, making sure that he targets the vital points to make sure that he ends her life. So for me to think that, okay, this man is mentally ill, it makes no sense. That man was too accurate and too exact to be mentally ill. He knew exactly what he was doing. So this is very sad, inhuman, and I am super upset about this. To even look at it, it just made me to be so upset. Like, even the people who are next to her, they did not even help her. So not only was she failed, she was also failed by the people who were next to her. I couldn't help but notice that there were like 5 people like sitting next to her, and the other ones at the back seat, including men. For me, it was 2 of these options. One, they could have helped her, rushed and like help her, in any way, even if it means like taking off their shirts and compressing the wound to make sure that she does not bleed much. Like she bled a lot. 2, they could have ran to that man, like do something to him, anything, to stop him, because the way he was pacing down, you could see that he would come back and make sure that he ends her even more. So for people, the way they reacted, it was like, oh, so this is how human beings react now. There's no compassion, there's no care, there's no nothing. There's just emptiness. People stood and they left her to bleed to death. And it was like, so this is how the world is. This is how the world has turned to be. People don't care. So they did not care. After like 90 seconds or so, a man came and came to her rescue. Unfortunately, it was too late. But for people, they sat there for like a good 30 seconds looking at her. They could see that blood was dripping everywhere, but they just looked at her. So I just really hope that the justice system would do justice and give this man a maximum sentence. Show no remorse to him, just like he did to Iryna. I really hope that there would be no stone left unturned after this. They would make an example of this guy and he gets what he deserves. This really touched my heart, so much so that I don't even know Iryna, but I found myself praying for her because it was bothering me emotionally. I was like, okay, let me just pray for her. Pray for her family. I pray for her that she finds eternal peace, justice served. And I pray for her family and the people who knew her to also be at peace. So I don't know, guys, but do let me know in the comment section what you think of this, and I will see you on my next upload.